Hey, welcome back. I'm Wes Wood, the Income Guy, and thank you for tuning in. Today, I'm giving you the straight scoop on dividends. And so far, we've covered some of the basics and talked about different ways to determine a good dividend strategy. But now, let's talk about dividend investing in today's market specifically. And as I mentioned earlier in our segments, the financial media tends to send a lot of mixed messages when it comes to dividend investing. And that was especially true during the coronavirus. The coronavirus exposed one of the biggest potential risks of dividend investing, which is the cuts and suspensions of those dividends. At the height of the pandemic last year, many companies began suddenly suspending and cutting their dividends to help protect their bottom lines. And as you might expect, most of those cuts occurred in industries that were destabilized in the crisis, like travel industries, food industries, and hospitalities, like we had mentioned earlier. But on the flip side, there's actually companies that did well during the pandemic, and companies that actually announced dividend increases. And again, these are mostly companies that were actually better and stable and more profitable during the pandemic. And all of this illustrates on why good dividend investing isn't simply a matter of just picking the winners and sticking with them. It's much more challenging than that. And as with any kind of stock market investing, there's a greater element of chance involved. And that's largely because things tend to change much more quickly and dramatically in the stock market than they do in the bond market. But at the same time, though, it also illustrates how the coronavirus triggered market changes that have led to new challenges for dividend investors, but also potential new opportunities. And I'm going to talk more about that with Dave in just a moment. But first, here's your chance to get a copy of my timely report, Investing for Income in the Stock Market. This report is a part of your free retirement income kit, which you can download by visiting retiretv.com or by calling me at 615-826-5749 and requesting it. But now, let's welcome back income specialist and the founder of the Retirement Income Store, David Scranton. Hey, Dave.
You know, Wes, it's funny, you talk about, dividend investing, and when you take preferreds out of the equation, the one thing we've got to be careful about is also realizing, as we saw last spring, right, when COVID-19 first hit, that some companies cut dividends, whereas other companies completely suspend their dividends. And that's why I made the comment that sometimes I use those strategies for more of the I want goals, not so much the I need goals, just in case they do get cut or suspended.
Right. It can happen in common stocks that pay dividends, can be great income generators in the dividend world, but like you said, the pandemic really illustrated where dividends can get cut, but also on the other side where dividends can go up. So, for instance, in food, hospitality, as well as travel, take Boeing, and there's a few other companies, for example, like Ford, that actually had to cut their dividends during the pandemic. But on the other side, there's actually companies that profited, like Johnson & Johnson, Procter & Gamble, for instance, that actually increased their dividends. So when investing in common stocks that pay dividends, you really got to be on top of it and know what's going on economically and how certain companies can be affected and what could happen to the dividend that our clients are receiving.
Sure. And Marriott Corporation and Delta and a lot of companies really struggled, with that. And of course, their prices came back nicely for a lot of these, but ultimately, if you're an income-based investor, you care about the dividend, more than anything. But so you always talk about how it's difficult to really pick these high dividend stocks. But it's funny because I find that most people think that dividend stock picking is actually easier than going out trying to pick growth stocks. I mean, do you hear the same thing when you talk to people?
I do. I hear that from a lot of folks, especially the media. The media tends to kind of tell us that, hey, it's easier to buy dividends than it is for growth. But a lot of individual investors just don't need to be going out there and just buying a stock that happens to pay a large dividend. That's just not the way that it works. A lot of times it's easier to invest in growth stocks or growth mutual funds that are built for growth because it's investing in a momentum. And a lot of times that's easier to do than investing for companies that we can rely on their dividend payment. because then you need to analyze and gather all the necessary data and really study the companies to make sure that we're picking companies that are paying solid dividends, and we won't have to go through a situation where we're seeing cuts and other factors that could happen in the income generating world. That's right.
Yeah, and because by definition, companies that pay a higher dividend are more mature companies. And they could be at the beginning stage of mature where they're still growing, or they could be at the ending stage of mature where maybe they're about to really start to go out of business. Like I was just in the last Kmart just about 3 months ago for a going out of business sale.
Yep, that's right. Yep. So you got to really study and look at all the necessary information before just jumping in and buying a company that happens to pay a very, very high dividend. That's right, Dave.
Yeah. It's not just about the numbers and the balance sheet and the income statement. It's about understanding where that company lies in terms of its competitors, which is interesting because things are changing so quickly now with the recovery that, say the same stocks that maybe were really attractive a year ago that have come up significantly may not be the best ones that give you opportunity in the high dividend value-based investing world for the next 6 or 12 months, right?
Yeah, exactly. So it's not just studying and understanding the company, but it's also looking at the current economic environment that we're in now. Just like going through the pandemic, we saw where companies were really negatively affected, but where some companies were positively affected. So we also need to see what kind of industry they're in, where we are economically, where we're headed, not only economically, but politically. And then we can start doing our data gathering and really research, and then look at buying which companies make the most sense to try to gather the great income that we can get out of those dividends.
Yeah, you can argue that the next stage after the mature stage of a corporate life is the declining stage, and you don't want to get caught up in that. So, it's kind of like if you stay at the roulette table long enough, you're going to lose money, right? Because 00 puts the odds in the house's favor.
Exactly right, Dave. You're nailing it. I couldn't have said it better than myself. And I want to say thanks, Dave, for joining us today. Hey, I'm Wes Wood, the Income Guy. Thank you for watching. And if you have any questions about anything we've covered on today's show, please reach out to me at retiretv.com or by calling 615-826-5749. Hey, we'll see you again next week.
A fiduciary is someone legally obligated to act in your best interest. Doctors, lawyers, and some financial advisors are fiduciaries, but not all. When you work with Wes Wood and his team at Wood Financial Group, you are working with fiduciaries. They help clients create customized investment portfolios based off their retirement goals. If you're ready to work with a fiduciary, visit retiretv.com and schedule a free, no-obligation conversation with Wes or a Wood Financial Group advisor.
Hi, I'm Wes Wood, founder of Wood Financial Group. Did you know that one simple mistake can derail your retirement plan? Could you be making that mistake right now? By not making the shift from growth-based to income-based investing, you could be setting up your retirement plan to fail. If you're at or near retirement age, time is not on your side. One market correction could wipe out your life savings. Make the switch today so you can preserve your assets and generate retirement income you can count on. Visit retiretv.com to download your free retirement income kit from Wood Financial Group.